Morning all. Like I said at the end of yesterday's video, we first job this morning was going to be to wash some beet. The plant are completely out and need it for feeding, and straight away got a problem, bit of a breakdown. Swing gate's gone, needs to be fixed. That lets all the mud and stones and all sorts out of the web and stops that getting blocked up. And if it's not working, it will block up with mud and stones and anything else that's inside the beet pile. So Dad, or Steve, has just raced back to the yard just to get some bits to fix that, and hopefully he'll be back and we'll be up and running quickly. While he's doing that, Ant's just there in the tanker, filling it up with clean water, ready to wash a load today. Ant's our #1 protester, fresh back from London yesterday, doing his bit for the farming community. And yeah, I'll keep you posted with how the repair goes. So when the water's changed, which isn't every time we wash, it's about 4,000 gallon that goes in, Ant tells me. See, he's pumping it in there now. And the dirty water can then be spread on fields. You can see here the problem. We've got this bar hanging off, it needs to be sorted. I'll just show you here the stone trap, still bringing stuff around. So far today they've only put about 10 ton through it, and it's still bringing a decent amount around with it, very slowly on the conveyor. So what we've done is we've taken that gate off here, ready to be fixed. We've now just got to wind the elevator around. So Andrew's just collecting the beet that was already on the elevator. We've got to wind it around to the right point so that it can then be fixed from on top of the machine, as it was hanging underneath. So the web's got to go round enough for Dad to be able to get up there and fix it from the right position. See, that's the end of the beet there. Then once it's lined up where it needs to be, it can be fixed. While the fix is going on, really good chance to show you exactly what's going on in here. So underneath this web, you'll see very slowly, just here, this moving elevator. That's the stone trap I showed you earlier, which runs the whole way along the machine. As you've seen before, this is full of water usually and filled with beet, and it literally, those paddles just spin the beet, wash it all off. As the mud falls through the bottom, that is the start of that stone trap. You can see it moving there. And then from there it travels into the next cylinder, which is rotating and also full of water. Stone trap's still there along the bottom, anything extra falling out carries on along the stone trap, and then from there it then gets onto the elevator and into the back of the trailer. So it essentially gets spun once, spun again, and then elevated up before it's chopped. And then in the hopper there's a moving floor in there coming up towards me. And again, stone trap underneath. Anything that falls out of the hopper through that web falls down there. It's all scraped off on the chain pulleys. You can see, and then it ends up on the floor and we scrape it up. So we're filling with water now. I was wrong earlier when I said Ant had filled up. Obviously as it was empty, but he's now pumping clean water in. Ready to get rid of some of that pile, as the fix on the elevator is all but done now. Finally, we are now back washing and chopping beet. We had another slight mishap. The chopper unit on the end of the conveyor wouldn't swing around enough, it was catching. It's probably for the benefit of YouTube that I wasn't recording at that point. There was some colourful language, but luckily only a 5-minute issue. We're up and running, and the beet is being loaded. They'll be up here for a couple hours, clear that, get the plant back in front of themselves so that they can feed the rest of the week. And then we'll be harvesting some more of ours tomorrow or Wednesday. Ant's tanker back in the workshop. Suspension rams shifted. The circlip that holds the bearing on the end of the rams popped out, which has shifted the ram away from where it needs to be. So Ant's got to sort that job out now before he can do any more tanking today. Hopefully not too long a job. Beet harvester's just been moved back from Exeter back to the yard. I've got a clip of Jamie from yesterday that I'll pop in here now. He sent it through a bit too late last night to make the video, but he did eventually get going harvesting. So the suspension ram bearing in there is the problem. So we're going to get a replacement now, get this one off, get it fitted. Hopefully have Ant back on the road this afternoon. So Jamie's got a new bearing in there. Just got to tap it in a bit further. Sorry, Jamie, carry on. I'm out your way now.
Just trying to find something common to hit it in without doing too much damage, mate. Got enough room for that one.
Just taking the wheel and the hub off. Just changed the wheel stud. On the Pichon tanker. Brakes are still on. That was nearly a painful one for William. You might be able to see a slight haze. Just a little bit of brake dust coming off there. Just a touch.
Proper. Right on.
How's your head, Ant? Unfortunately, I did not get that on camera, but he has just smashed his head against that Pichon sign. Chief Health and Safety Officer. Back on tight.
Ish.
Clip back on. Jamie and Steve just up there, just tightening some pipes up that have come loose. Just checking over the tanker. Checking over the tanker before Ant goes out again.
You haven't took the tape off, have you? No.
Poor old Ant, he's taking it on the shins this afternoon. He's getting some grief.
Just checked that on Saturday.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we're leaving it there for today's video. They're just out doing some final little bits on the tanker before it goes out again tomorrow. Just checking over everything, making sure it's safe for the road. Yeah, it's, the day didn't go entirely to plan. Tanker was meant to be out all day. Beet was meant to have been washed by late morning. But yeah, a lot of breakdowns, fixes and repairs today. But that's the way it goes sometimes. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Probably be moving the beet harvester and digging some beet tomorrow, I'd imagine. bit of fert spinning to do for a customer. So we'll get a video done and show you what we're up to. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Cheers.